Hi.
Let's go to the beach.
Yes. Love that.
Where's my vape?
Ugh, ew, girl.
Oopsies.
Oh my God, I love this outfit.
I'm shook with you.
Where are my Tums?
Oh, you're so iconic.
Hi. We synced up there.
Yes. There's my little hand like that picture we took.
Welcome back to the Iconic and the Irrelevant podcast.
The best podcast.
That wasn't in the script. Let's run it back real quick. Hi. Welcome back to the Iconic and the Irrelevant podcast, where two icons
are pretty much fucking irrelevant.
Period. Today we're going to be talking about hookups. Crazy stories.
Spicy.
Our most embarrassing hookups, our most disappointing hookups, what it's like hooking up as a gay man, what it's like hooking up as a straight girl. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it like hooking up as a gay man,
Oh my
Santi?
God. I'm just going to start by saying that being gay is a great, great thing for many reasons. But I think when it comes to sex and exploring sexuality and stuff, I think it's like it's very interesting because you meet a lot of people have that like many different things. Like it's not like when you ask a straight couple like, oh, do you guys do this? I know straight couples that get kinky.
Yeah.
But most of the time that like I don't know that I've talked to my girlfriends about it. Not all of them, but most of them.
I keep burping. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go like this.
But most of them, they're like, oh my God, I'm pretty much like vanilla. But when it comes to having sex as a gay man, roles don't matter. What you like doesn't matter. None of it matters. Because you can be a top. For those of you that don't know, let me go through the requisites.
Isn't it prerequisites?
Whatever. Oh my God.
It's the cheese.
It's
I was like, cheese is so good. Yum, 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 yum.
No, it's all that throat fucking.
I drink Coke.
Whatever. Okay, we need to stop.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so when you're a top, that means you're the one that puts it in the butt. And then when you're a bottom, it means you're the one that receives it. And then there's versatile, which is that you do both. So in that case, it's pretty fucking awesome because there's no such thing as one has a role, one has the other. It's pretty liberating in that way. And I just feel like people that know sex the best are gay men. Like,
yeah.
At least from like my own personal experiences of being gay and the things I've done, like, girl, like we are horny motherfuckers and it's not a bad thing. But we definitely like to explore. Like, I used to be a bottom. Like, I used to be like a power bottom. That's the only thing I did.
What is it? A power bottom? Like only bottom?
Yeah, that they just bottom. Like there's no such thing as them like topping or anything. They are the bottom. That's all they do. I used to be that. I felt like even now, because now I'm versatile, but even now, like I feel like I perform better as a bottom. Like I just have that like spice to it. Once in a while though.
I'm so sorry.
Once in a while though, when I do crave to top, I will top. Mm-hmm. It's just it's not like I'll do it often, mm-hmm. but I do enjoy it. So in a way, it is very liberating. It's very daring. It's very experimental. I don't like. It's just you don't give a fuck, which I love.
Yeah. How do you? And I don't know if this is too much information. I know we have discussed it behind closed doors. How do you prep as a gay man?
Okay, let me open the door.
Before a hookup.
Okay, so, you know when girls say like, oh my God, like hooking up with a guy, like I have to shave, I have to do mm-hmm. this. Well, girl, for gay bottoms, it's like 10 times worse. And I'm going to tell you why for the newbies here. You have to douche.
I've never douched.
What is douching? It's when you get water in this thing. It looks like that, and it has like a stick, and like you fill it up with lukewarm water. You don't want it cold, and you don't want it hot. Lukewarm. You fill it up all the way to the top, and you just put it up your booty hole, and you.
How long is like the tip?
It's like that.
Is it thick?
Some of them are thick. Some of them are like this, and then the one I have is like just like very.
Does it like hurt?
No, you have to put lube.
Oh,
you have to like lube it up. If not, like you don't. Ain't nobody got time for anal fissures here.
Yeah,
that sucks. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a whole thing. You have to start off by like putting water up your booty hole, cleaning it out. I'm a clean bitch. I can't have sex without knowing that like I feel clean. That's why I take my fiber intake very seriously. You know this information.
But when you like squeeze it in there, right?
Yeah, you don't put the whole water in. It's a big no.
Do you like queef it out?
Yeah, like after you're done, I like to like 5 minutes. No, I do jump. I'm like, come on, let's do it. Let's get everything.
You're like ran.
Yes, but you don't put all the water. You literally put like you squeeze it and you let it go. Or maybe maybe you can put a little bit more if you want. But the whole point is for you to flush out your rectum, not your whole entire intestine, because then you're gonna be
shitting
there for a while, and then it might happen that you don't want to shit. It's never happened to me, but I've heard a lot of stories that like they get to the guy's house and then like
they have to poop.
Like they just like it just releases because it's a shit ton of water in your intestine. It's like when you have diarrhea, like it just like it's like heavy like on you, so it just like. And that has happened to a lot of people I know.
Jeez. So if I have to,
it has not happened.
So if I had do anal, I have to go through this process.
Yeah, I mean, unless your man doesn't give a shit. If
he's here, do you care? I mean, it's not him doing it; it's me.
Like if you put it in her ass and she's not clean.
I mean, why would she not be like interiorly
interiorly?
Interiorly, I mean that's the whole point of douching.
Interior
you
design
want it
of
to
my
be
asshole.
Yes.
I mean, I put my finger in her butt.
Well, yeah,
Whoa.
that's a finger.
It's getting crazy.
Anyway, we'll get to that story in a bit. But the whole point is for you to flush out your rectum area, which is this big, and then your whole intestine starts with your colon where the shit is, just so like when they put it in, you're clean and you're fine. And yeah, I mean, you have to go through that, and then you have to like keep doing it until the water comes out clear and you have nothing. Even then, I still like to like wait like 30 minutes after, because you never know if you have water up there still.
But how do you like release it?
You sit on the toilet and you
like
push it out.
Fart?
Yeah, like you
like
like the water out, and it comes out, and you have to do that process until it comes out clear, which is why we take a lot of fiber, because taking fiber helps and it makes it go quicker.
And it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt already, unless like you don't lube up your tip and you're fucking putting that shit up there dry. Like obviously you're gonna get hurt. So
do you like not eat corn?
Okay. Corn does not digest.
Yeah. I know that one.
There's a lot of things out there. Like I used to be one of those people that thought like you couldn't eat if you were gonna bottom, but if you have a good fiber intake, like you should be fine. Like I think when it comes to bottoming, a lot of people, and it's happened to me, like we overthink the situation a lot and we overwork that situation a lot, in the sense that we're like, oh my God, what if something happens? What if something comes out? And like that's why we can't eat and do anything. But no, that's not
like a lot.
And yeah. And
a lot to go through.
It's a lot to go through. And then some of them, once you go through all that process that you do it and you shower and you get ready, they fucking ghost you or cancel on you. And it's
and
like,
your asshole's like so pristine and prepped and ready to go.
And when that happens, I'm like, bitch, I'm going to fucking eat. Because obviously I'm not going to eat an hour before sex, but I like if I do, I definitely like don't starve myself. I used to starve myself all day to like make sure. But I don't do that anymore. I'm a grown man now. Now I just do fiber, and I douche.
How long does the process take of prepping?
It depends. Like if the fiber's off, it could probably last you an hour. Like I said, you have to sit and like
an hour.
Yeah, sometimes it's happened to me.
I mean, I guess because like I guess for girls, like the prep of like shaving and exfoliating and all of that stuff takes like, more or less the same time.
Yeah, but definitely like. It's a whole mission. It's a whole thing, and it really upsets me, like in the gay world, where like tops don't take that into consideration. Mm-hmm. Like you go through all this work to prep and to have fun and have good sex, and then they just cancel on you.
Damn, that's sad.
The fuck does that?
Yeah, That's not the vibes.
It's not the vibe.
They should have a sex education for like
Yeah.
gay intercourse.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know this. I'm sure like kids growing up, if they are gay and they want to have sex, like they might not know this either.
No,
and
they
they
might
can
not.
prevent a lot of things.
I literally learned this through like myself. Like as far as I'm concerned, when I was in high school, the only thing they taught us about gay people was that they invented AIDS, which is a fucking lie.
That's fucked up.
Like no, like yes, we were the ones that mostly had it because, like I said, sex is fun in our world
Right.
and we love it. But girl, you could be straight and still get AIDS, and I'm pretty sure that I mean, I'm not sure. Don't come for me, but I think that the first people that got AIDS were a man and a woman, like straight couple. But then, you know, the stigma and the whole thing, which is fucking annoying. And they tried doing that now with the monkeypox epidemic that we had.
I was like, girl.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Just
that's
because
too
gay
much.
men are more sexually liberated in the sex way.
Yeah.
What is it like hooking up as a straight girl? I want to know.
So hooking up as a straight girl, well, first things first, I wasn't like a crazy hooker upper.
Were you a prude?
I was a prude for a while. I feel like after, I mean, I'm in my relationship now. Before him, this is a disclaimer. These are all things before Johnny. Just saying.
We love Johnny.
Yeah, we love Johnny. So once I broke up with my last relationship, and then that time frame between that relationship and Johnny, I was a little bit more experimental.
Outgoing.
Yeah, a little bit experimental. I feel like I hooked up with people that like I kind of knew, you know, like, I mean, not people that like I'm super close with or like friends with or any of that, but it's people that I knew. I couldn't go to like a club and like just hook up with a guy at the club. I couldn't
One
do
night
that.
stands.
I couldn't do like, I was on like the Bumbles and those Hinge things.
Yes.
I was on that. I did date a guy on Bumble, but like he was more of the prude than I was, and I just kind of wanted to like, let's just like hook up, you know.
You were the one bringing the spice.
Yeah, but like he was like too attached, girl, and that's the thing. Well, I don't know if that's the thing about me, but I feel like the guys that I have been with, I might maybe looking for something else, or like we're looking for something else. I don't know what, and like it just felt like very, I don't know, like they were like very clingy.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't really like that.
Pussy too good.
Yeah, or I don't know. I think also the thing about me is like I might give a girlfriend experience, but I don't mean it that way. Like I can like be friends and then it's like hook up, but like I know that doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but for them maybe it's like otherwise.
Yeah, that's so funny because normally it's the like.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, it's like the other way around. Like the
Yeah.
girls are the ones that catch feelings first, but I think it goes equally both ways.
Yeah. So, well, for me, hooking up as a straight girl, I mean, like I said, I wasn't like a huge, like, I've only hooked up with like a few guys. But I did have a process. I
Okay.
guess.
Yes. Tell me
Yeah.
about your process.
So the process was I would exfoliate,
Mm-hmm.
shave, which I still do to this day, depending on the type of sex me and my boyfriend are having. But so I exfoliate, I shave, I make sure like I'm very lotioned up. I don't know, I feel like lotion always makes me feel really good.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I'm like, wow, like, you know, I feel like moisturized.
We gotta take care of our skin. It's literally our barrier
Yeah.
that protects us.
Shout out CeraVe. I use a
Yeah.
CeraVe
I call it
moisturizing
CeraVe.
cream.
Yes, me
CeraVe.
too.
I think that's the proper way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did that, and then I feel like that was kind of like my prep, and obviously I would like look kind of cute. Sometimes, like depending on like who it was, I wouldn't really care too much about the prep, which is not that good.
I mean,
Because I was like, oh, I don't really like this guy, like whatever.
yeah. I mean,
I don't really care how I look around him.
yeah,
So I'm gonna
as you
just,
should.
you know. But yeah, that was my prep. And then I feel like hooking up is one thing, and then dating is like another thing.
Yeah.
So like dating, and around that time that I was like, you know, being spontaneous, dating, I hated it. It was
Okay.
not for me. Like, not that it was not for me.
You just weren't ready.
not that I wasn't ready. I loved meeting new people. You know, it wasn't about that. It's just that the guys that I was going on dates with sucked. Like, all of them talked about themselves. They were all narcissistic. Like, they were just not it, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's why I'm with my boyfriend now, because he was it for me. But like, they were just not it. And again, I just feel like for some reason men think that women love to like hear them gloat. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it was very hard for men to be like, so tell me about yourself, you know, and then genuinely like ask you questions about you.
Yeah.
I found that very hard to find in men. Like,
Yeah.
they always want to talk about themselves, and then they revert the conversation about themselves. And
Yeah.
I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
like, I'm over this shit. Over it.
I don't know. I think it's like
Over it.
it's like that mentality of like, I'm the guy, so I'm the
Yeah.
one that has to like you're just like I've had a lot of friends that have dated guys that are literally just like they're there like as like I call it part-time girlfriends. Like, they just have a girlfriend to like gloat up the fact that they have a girlfriend and
Yeah.
just someone that they fuck. But it's not like, I think when you're in a relationship, you're supposed to be fully invested equally, and these guys just have these girls like
Yeah.
as like come there, blah, blah, just I'm there, whatever. Like,
That's how straight
no,
men
take care of
sound.
your fucking girl.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. Hold on.
I have the picture of you with the little hat.
Straight Santi.
Yeah, straight from you. So speaking of that, with experience of hookups, I have a very embarrassing hookup story, and then you can tell yours after.
Okay.
So mine was, which I was kind of being bad this night. Okay,
Okay.
so something about me is that, like, if I want something, I will get it,
As you
no
should,
matter
bitch.
what. Which
As
is
you fucking should.
which is kind of bad. So I was talking to this guy, right? Prior Johnny,
Okay.
this is like a disclaimer. So I was talking to this guy, and like, he like told me that he was gonna like show up to this event of mine that I was having, and he like shows up, and then at the time we were talking, so I was like, oh, okay, like this might lead to like something else, you know.
Was it a nighttime event?
It was a nighttime event, but the
Definitely
thing,
leading.
but the thing that threw me off is that he brought his friend.
Oh God.
His friend was a guy. It wasn't a girl. So it was like, okay. So he brought his friend. And I was like, maybe he brought his friend because, like, maybe he thinks that, like, I'm bringing a friend, or, like, you know, I don't know, maybe, like, something along those lines. So then after the event was over, I was like, oh, so, like, what do you want to do? And at the time, Andy was with me.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if Andy was single. I don't remember. But I know that me and Andy at this time were, like, hanging out a lot, like, all the time. And I remember Andy was there, and I'm like, oh, Andy, like, would you be down to, like, you know, go somewhere if these guys say yes or whatever? She's like, yeah, for sure. Like, she was super down. So then I was like, oh, do you guys like want to do something after? And he's like, no, I just like kind of want to go home. I want to go eat tacos and go home. And I was like, what? This man did not just come over here to my event and then fucking ditch me for his like
catch
guy
a fucking
friend.
hint.
That's so weird. Like, to me, I was like, he's gay. I'm like, he's fucking gay. He's gay. And I remember that I prepped real good, and it was my night. I felt like, you know, I was like, oh my God, like, it's my night. Like, what the fuck? Like, I wanted to, like, you know, get it in. So I go to my friend's party, and whatever, I went over because there was nothing else to do, you know, like, I didn't have anywhere else to go. And I was there at the party, and then there was this one guy at the party that I kind of knew, but I didn't know, like, fully. One of my friends was trying to hook me up with this guy, and she's like, why don't you, like, you know, hook up with him? Like, hook up, like, you're single, you're whatever. And I wasn't, like, planning on doing anything because, again, I got stood up by, I thought, someone, like, liked me, and he fucking ditched me with his friend.
He went to go eat tacos.
So I was like, oh, whatever.
Take a hike.
Yeah. Take a hike with your fucking friend, girl.
Yeah, with your fucking tacos.
So then she's like, yeah, hook up with him, hook up. And I'm like, you know what, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna, like, go for it and see, like, what happens. So during, like, the party, I'm, like, you know, getting to know him. I'm getting, like, closer to him. And then we were, like, the last ones kind of left at the party. So then I was, like, leaving, and I was like, oh, and I was the one, like, making all the moves.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna, like, state
Alrighty.
this now. And I was like, oh,
You have to.
yeah, because I feel like also like guys, they don't like catch a hit.
I mean, you were just in a situation where a guy literally went to go eat
Exactly,
tacos.
exactly.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like
Exactly.
you were like, I'm ready. I'm fucking ready.
Yeah,
I want the
exactly.
job done.
And the fact that he brought his friend, I thought that threw me off. Like I was like,
That's
what?
like some dolphin mall 13-year-old shit.
Right?
Literally.
Like that's weird. Whatever. So I was like, oh, can you like walk me to my car or whatever? So he walks me to my car and then he was like, okay, like we'll hang out like another time. And I'm like, I was like, not this, not
Again,
this. I'm not doing this. And I'm like, no. I was like, no. I literally told him no. I was like, I'm going to go over. Like, where do you live? And he was like, he was shook. He was like, what? This bitch, like, is crazy.
I think that's hot. The girl takes initiative.
I couldn't. I was like, not again. Not twice. In one night.
Yeah, no.
No, girl.
It's
I did
trauma.
not take no for an answer. So then he's like, follow me. So I followed him in my car. And this is where, like, I think decisions, like, make a big difference. Because I could have went home because I took the wrong way. And it ended up, like, being, like, a 20-minute drive to his house because I took the wrong exit. And I was like, I can decide right now. Do I want to get on the highway to go home? Or do I want to, like, do this thing? And I'm like, I'm going to do this thing.
Yes, girl.
I don't care. I'm going to do it. But then, whatever. I got there, and he lived in an apartment complex, and he wasn't even in his room. But his door, or, his apartment was unlocked. And I walk in, and I'm like, if I own the place, bitch. Like, if I own the place, hello. And he had a roommate. Thank God the roommate wasn't there.
Oh, my God.
So I walk in, and I'm like, hello, and I saw he wasn't there, and I'm like, I gotta pee. I go pee. I start snooping.
Did you make yourself a sandwich?
Home, basically.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so I fucking go, and I hit, like, pee, whatever, and then he comes in, and he's like, oh, you're here? And I'm like, yeah, I just, like, walked in. Like, the door was open. The fuck? Because he went to go get me downstairs. So I guess, like, the miscommunication. So whatever. We're there, and again, like, he starts talking, and I'm like, no, that's not why I'm here.
I want to fuck.
Yeah, I was like, no. Like, and the thing is that, like, obviously when you're in that moment, like, you only want one thing, and I'm sure, like, you get it. Anyone who has
no,
hooked up
100%. I even think my pupils like dilate. I probably don't look human.
Yeah, it's like, girl, let's cut to the chase. And I kind of had to just, like, do it, like, just lean in for the moment. So during this moment, because I was so risque, we were, like, on a table.
Oh, I know his story. I do.
So we were on a table, and the way that my hair was styled that night was like this. Hold on. I'm going to, like, do a little demonstration.
Okay.
Like this. With, like, my little antler things.
Yes.
Right?
Which I braid occasionally.
And a bun. A huge bun, right? So we're there on the table. Things are getting, like, spicy. And, like, I guess, like, I'm going, like, towards, like laying on the table. And all of a sudden, it smells like fire. And I was like, what is that smell? I'm like, okay, work, I guess. There's a fire. It smells like fire. And then I remember just feeling like I hear like crackling. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And when I, like, see my peripheral, it's my fucking hair on fire. I was like, ah! And he started slapping the shit out of my face too. He was like, oh my God. So we're both, like, actively slapping the shit out of me to, like, get rid of the fire.
It's like those people that took that fucking shot in Russia.
Oh my God, yes.
One, they're like,
that's literally what it felt like. And then, like, it burned for so long. Like, my hair burned for so long that this thing, imagine it being, like, this short. Like, it was literally, like, this short. Go to me, baby. It was literally this short. Like, if it was, like, this little. I have pictures. I can put it here.
Please put it. I think
it's literally it was literally that short, and it was so funny. And luckily, like, it wasn't awkward because I can laugh at those situations. I'm not one to be a brat or like, oh my God, what the fuck, my hair. Like, no.
You were like, okay.
I'm like, where's the room? Because clearly this is a sign
Yeah.
to go to the room. Let's go.
Fire hazard.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my most embarrassing hookup. I think it was like a funny one.
Honestly, I think it's pretty fucking iconic.
It's an iconic
And that was a whole
one.
performance. Your hair literally caught on fire.
Yeah, it definitely caught on fire. And then like I went home in the sunrise.
Okay.
And I with one little bang like this.
There's nothing like the burnt hair pheromone to get you going.
Yeah, girl. Oh God. And it was like trying to set the mood with a little candle. Girl.
No, yeah.
That shit burned my hair.
It was, yeah.
So that was my hookup story. I think it's so funny. Like, what a moment. That shit was so funny. And that shit took so long to grow out.
I bet.
It literally was like bangs. Like, you know, when you like cut your hair, like, and you're like, oh, it's taking so
Yeah.
long. It literally took forever. It was fried hair. Oh God, whatever. Thank God it was only a little bit.
Yeah.
If it was like my whole, and I had a bun. If it was like all of this, no girl.
It would have
that
been like
a
Pearl.
disaster. Yeah, literally, it would have been a disaster. So, what is your embarrassing hookup story, bitch?
Oh my God. I've had a lot of experiences. Gays, you know what I'm talking about. Those very sus grinder hookups.
Ooh.
There's been a lot. I think the one that has been the most disappointing and weirded out is that one time I was talking to a guy on Grinder and I was super horny. Like, super horny.
Mama Juana.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's for another episode. So yeah, I was super horny. I had been talking to this guy for like 3 days now, so I was like, okay, come on, let's do the damn thing. Like, I'm tired of this back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, let's just do the fucking thing. So we had planned to meet up at his house. He had roommates too, but his roommates were going out of town, so he's like, oh, come, you can sleep over, whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting fucked all night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was so horny, so I was super down for it. So whatever, I show up to the guy's house. He looked like he looked in his pictures. It was nothing like catfishing or anything in that sense. And he had a rather huge dick.
Ooh.
Like, I was about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever, we make small talk, and then we start hooking up. We start doing things. He's going down on me. I start going down on him.
Mm-hmm.
We take the poppers.
Oh.
Am I allowed to say that?
The nail polish.
The nail polish.
I've never tried that.
Yeah, we're gonna try it.
Yeah. I went to a sex store and I was like, what is that thing that you smell and it makes your asshole big? I want to use that. And then they were like, nail polish. I'm like, no, not nail polish, girl. Don't be stupid.
Guys, I am so sorry. She's so uncultured.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And Johnny's like, he said it was nail polish. I'm like, no,
No.
it's poppers.
No. He'll see. So then, whatever, we're doing the damn thing. I'm enjoying myself. He was enjoying himself. And then all of a sudden, as I'm sucking his dick, he tells me, like, get on all fours. And I was like, okay, perfect. Like, it's going to happen.
I'm ready.
Yeah, like, let's do it. I'm ready. Yes, I've
Yeah.
prepped. I've douched, showered, done the whole thing, fiber, the whole 9.
Yeah.
And I was expecting him to, like, come to the back and put it in. No, this guy literally says, now I want you to sound like a horse.
Did you do it?
No, bitch.
Were you like, nah?
I literally was like if I could show you in the like, I was literally like you got the picture on my horse.
Do
And
it right here.
no. Hold on.
It was like that. Okay? That man says that, I go. I'm like,
If you're only listening, please go to our YouTube and watch it because it's so good. This demonstration.
I did not like because I've had horrible hookups, but when I heard that, like, I was like instantly like my dick went soft and I literally
Oh
put
my
on my clothes. I was
God.
like, what the and like I didn't want to make him feel like, hey, that's fucking weird, but I didn't want to make
Yeah.
him feel like,
Your kink is weird.
yeah, like I didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable. I'm in his house. I don't know what the fuck could happen if I react
Yeah.
wrong. I don't fucking know this person. So I was literally like, okay. And I put my clothes on because I was like, I'm done. He clearly asked me and I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it.
Yeah.
But it like the ride back home, I thought a lot. I'm like,
Yeah.
and like when he told me that, it's not like he just told me like for fun. Like he was
Like,
stroking his
serious.
dick after asking me. Like he wanted me. And like I'm like, you probably, this is some bestiality.
Yeah, PETA.
Yeah, PETA.
PETA would be all up on this bitch.
Yeah, like
That's crazy. I think it would have been funny if you would have done it. Like,
No.
nay, like how?
Yee!
What would you would have like if it was? Who's like a super hot guy that you find like really attractive?
Oh my god, that's such a hard question. I find a lot of men.
Okay,
hot.
like what is one guy that like?
Oh my god, my mind went blank.
Yeah, girl. Ronaldo. Would
Ronaldo's hot, but like,
would you fuck?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what about someone in Euphoria? Would you fuck Nate's dad? So if Nate's dad was like sound like a horse,
No, I'd
would you
leave.
be?
No, I'd still leave.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's like I feel like if you're like in a relationship and you know the person and like, I don't know. It's just like the situation. Like I didn't expect that to be the thing that came out of his mouth. And then at the same time, like there wasn't like any comfort. Because I love role playing.
Yeah.
I'm into role playing. I think it's fun. I think it's hot. And it's a vibe. But
not
in
a horse.
animal, I think there's like something interior. Like that's
Yeah.
like passing role playing. I think there's like something wrong.
Right. I mean, that test we took, what is that? The test that was
Oh, the
like,
BDSM test?
The BDSM test.
Yes.
There was some things along the lines
Yeah.
of,
Yeah. You weird.
That.
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys should take it. We recommend.
Oh, yeah. We'll put it somewhere,
Yeah.
I don't know,
But yeah,
accessible.
that had to be like the most disappointing thing because we were having so much fun and like I said, the guy was hot. He had a huge dick. Like I was gonna be like,
But at
he
least you like,
struggled.
like, did you come already from getting head?
No.
Oh.
I was literally like we were foreplaying. That's why when he said get on all fours, I was like,
Oh, I'm
okay,
ready.
like let's do the damn
Right.
thing. When he says sound like a horse,
What would your impression be if you did do it?
okay. What would your impression be?
I'd be like, nay.
That's a Franny. That sounds like a sheep.
That's true.
Curly hair though.
Nay. Yeah, that is a sheep.
It's just like if he would have been like sound like a cowboy, I think that would have been the way to go.
I mean, how do you sound like a cowboy?
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
I don't know. Have you watched Toy Story?
Yeah, but that's very different. So,
Anyway, so yeah, that was like my most disappointing. But I've had like others too that are just like, it's weird. Like you get to
Yeah.
their house and like their house, like
is like gross?
no, not even like gross because gross you at least expect, but they have like China dolls or like things that just make the environment like weird. Like again, I'm not
Scary.
insulting anybody that does collectibles or anything, but I think like when you have a certain vibe.
The China doll community is canceling us.
No, love your craft, love your hobby, keep it going. But when you want to entertain someone sexually, that might not be the best thing to keep that person turned on.
Yeah.
Like I think going into a room with that there's like dolls, and mind you, it's not like he could be like, oh, these are my mom's. No, he lives there. Like that's his apartment, that's his
Yeah.
house. Like things like that freak me. Like I don't know, they just turn me off. It just
Yeah,
it's
that
not
is weird.
like you're getting fucked and you're seeing like children dolls.
Yeah.
Girl.
That's scary. So on Instagram, we went ahead and asked you guys to ask us some questions that you guys want us to talk about. So the first one is what it's like dating in Miami. So both of us are from Miami. So let's talk about it.
Yes. It's a very interesting city.
Yeah. I would say for me, like dating in Miami, I feel like being in Miami in general is all about how you look. I feel like a lot of women, especially here, they are done up, which I'm not against plastic surgery, like do what you need to do. However, it is like hard for like I guess natural bodies or other people that don't have money to afford surgery or don't want to get surgery to be compared to people that do look like this.
Yeah.
Because it's like, damn, like I don't have like a slim waist and a fat ass and all these like juicy lips. Like I don't have any of that.
Yeah.
So it is a little like intimidating just being here in Miami, because it's like you're surrounded by all of these women that you think that that's what you're supposed to look like, especially with social media and everything. But in reality, that's not the reality.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
that's not.
And like dating in Miami, I feel like a lot of men feel entitled to expect a woman to be that way.
Yeah.
You
There's
know?
also the money factor.
Yes, the money factor is a big thing for sure. I feel like that's why when I was dating, it was very much that. It was
Yeah.
like very narcissistic. A lot of men would just talk about themselves and everything that they have and everything they want. And instead of creating a genuine bond, it's very hard to find people
Yeah.
that want to create a genuine bond with you dating in Miami, at least for me,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, I would say dating for Miami, to me, I've never been in official relationship.
Mm-hmm. Get Santi a boyfriend 2023.
I've never been in a relationship officially ever. I will say though, I have met and talked to and dated. I mean, not dated, but like when you're in the talking phase,
Yeah.
I've the most gentlemen guys, the sweetest things that genuinely like want to get to know me and are interested in stuff. And at least in those situations, I consider myself the asshole, but because I have commitment issues, people
Yeah.
change my mind.
Yeah.
But I think dating in Miami, at least in the gay scene, like it's hard because I just, like you said, like the factor of superficialness. And then like, at least in the gay community, a lot of people like judge you because of the way it's very, very similar to like like how womanhood is.
Yeah.
Like you judge people by their bodies, by what they have. Like it's hard. At least I'm not the most toned person in the world. And like I've just met so many people that like will have literally told me like, no, you're really fat.
Oh my
Like
god.
gay guys. And I know I'm not really fat, but like even like a skinny guy that has like a little bit of extraness to them, they'll be like, no, you're fat. And I see it on Twitter too. It's not just here in Miami. It's like
That's crazy.
the gay world in general. But like dating here, I've never, like I said, I've never done it, but I just feel like it has that like superficialness to it, or like there's just like a lot of webs that go into it. It's
Yeah.
very complicated. And I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be up to par with anybody here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm too Miami, but yeah, it's definitely very selective.
Yeah.
Very selective, very picky. I'm not a saint. I mean, I don't judge people by their body types, but like I also do have a type. So I get it. If that's not your type, that's fine. But why do you have to like attack the other things? But
Yeah.
it definitely has that like superficialness to it.
For sure.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know. The guy market here is like, I don't know. I'm a hit in Spain. Tinder says so.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So maybe I'll have luck in Spain.
Yeah. We'll live our cheetah girl's dream.
Yes, Barcelona.
Barcelona. Oh, that's a good one for me.
Alrighty. So how do you feel about besties hooking up with exes? We're talking a Maddie, Cassie, Nate situation here.
So personally, I have never luckily been through that situation where like a best friend has hooked up with someone like that I have dated, or I have hooked up with like a best friend's like ex-boyfriend. However, I was in this predicament, which I think I handled it really well being a woman. So there was this girl that she's very talented. I love her. Amazing person. And she was helping me work on this project. So for this project, we had to go like shopping and do the whole nine. So we were at this shopping place, and it was very near this apartment of a guy that I have hooked up with. And she was like, oh my God. And she was talking about this guy the whole entire time we were together. She was like, oh my God, I just broke up with this guy. And, you know, like, it's been really, like, draining me and all these things. And I kind of was, like, talking to her as, like, a therapist and, like, a friend. And then she was like, he was really narcissistic and, like, all these things. And then when we were at that shopping place, she's like, oh, he used to live, like, right around here. And then, like, I don't know, a lot of the things she was saying were like kind of very similar to someone that I have hooked up with. Yeah, so she was like, oh, you know, he was really into like thrifting, and he was really into this, and he used to live right here. And I was like, oh my God, like everything is adding up. Like, what the fuck is this? And then she said this one specific thing that I was like, okay, I know it's him.
That's crazy.
She said like I can't say it because then it's gonna give it away who it might have been, but she said this one specific thing that only you would know if you've been like with that person, and I was like, oh man, like I feel bad because I don't want to tell her because I feel like during this time, I mean, it was a while, it was a couple months that like, you know, I hooked up with him the last time I ever saw him. But I felt bad because she was really like into him and she was really heartbroken. So I was like, damn, I wonder how she would react if I tell her, you know? But I thought about it and I'm like, damn, but if I was her, I would want to know. Because if I found out in another way, I would think that's fake, you know? So she kept talking about him and I'm like, I can't take it anymore. And I kind of told her, I'm like, listen, girl, so I think we hooked up with the same person. And she's like, what? And she's like, on the count of 3, say his name. And I'm like, 1, 2, 3. And she's like, shut the fuck up. I was like, yes, girl. And I was like, you know, it's crazy because you were saying all these things that were very similar, but I'm like, okay, that could be like anyone. But you said this one specific thing. And I was like, damn, I should tell her. And it's a little wild because should I say it?
I mean, nothing that makes it too obvious.
Say it.
I should say it.
Oh my God.
Okay, so this person gave her chlamydia. T. And it's crazy because when I was hooking up with him, I knew he was a huge player. I knew it. But I wanted one thing at this time and I didn't really care. I was like, as long as I'm safe and protected, I know what I want. I know what he wants.
Right.
Period. I don't care. So I was super vigilant of, you know, being protected with this person. Because of that reason, you know, he was very much a player and I knew that. So when she told me that, I was shook because I was like, I know it. He was dirty.
Well, you dodged the fucking bullet.
He was dirty. It was crazy. But yeah. So I have kind of been in that situation, but not really because this is someone that I didn't know it was happening. Like it wasn't happening at the same time, or maybe it was. I don't know. My intentions were very different than her intentions with him, unfortunately. But I knew what I was getting into being intimate with him. But it sucks that like she had to find out that way. Yeah. And I mean, it's good.
I mean, you did do a good, like you said, especially for being a woman.
Especially that I feel like because I know him, it was easier for me to talk to her and being like, you dodged the bullet. Like, don't think that this is on you. Like, don't think that like you did wrong. Like, he was not it.
I love when women come together.
Yeah. And now like we're super cool. Like that's something that never has gotten in between like the friendship. But as for like besties, like hooking up with exes, no, girl.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big,
I cannot do that.
Big no. At least for me, like I feel like, I mean, it's never been anything that has been confirmed, nor am I a let's say home record, but I have been in situations where like it's just a little too off that I'm like, this man either has to have a girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, I don't know, because you just feel it in the energy. It's kind of like they're kind of paranoid, but at the same time, it's like they don't do it often. And nothing has ever been confirmed to me in that sense that they're like married or whatever, because anybody could take off a fucking wedding ring. So I don't know if I've ever been that other bitch, but I feel like when it comes to those situations, not in the best friend speaking, but like let's say there's a girl that has a boyfriend and he hooked up with a random girl. I always feel like you said, like you did right as a woman, because the woman will not go to the man that she's been with that did that to her. She'll go to and get catty with the other woman when the other woman like probably had no idea or didn't know. Like, no, girl, take that up with your man. He's the one that was unfaithful. The other girl probably had no fucking idea. Like women stick together. Now, if it's a fucking Maddie, Cassie, Nate situation, bitch,
that's bad.
You're horrible. You do not do that. That's really bad.
Yeah. And it sucks because I have been friends with people that have been involved in situations like this, and it sucks like seeing, you know, how the girl feels about the situation. Yeah. And it always is a loss for everyone, and it's really sad.
It's like how can you have the God, like what goes on inside you that makes your psyche think that that's okay?
Yeah.
Like there has to be some like moral that is obvious that tells you you don't do that. Like it's just like common sense.
Yeah. I feel like what's scary about those situations is that I feel like, for example, if a girl is dating or a girl dates like your ex and you guys are like best friends, I feel like what's scary is that you don't know if they've been plotting it the whole time.
Exactly. You don't know. It makes you think like, did this happen while we were together? Because clearly like the bridge between those two people is that person that got cheated on. So there it's rough. Like it's just like I don't know, like I said, I don't know what goes through people's minds that make them think like, because in Euphoria she even says it. She's like, Cassie would have never hooked up with Nate if they were still together, because I think that's the mentality. It's like, well, they're not together, but like that's who your best friend or friend is crying about.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's the person that hurt them.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, I don't know. To me, that's very like strange. Like I could never do that, because
I could never do that either.
It just and also like out of all the people in the world, you're gonna get with someone that I've dated or that I've been with. I'm not saying me specifically, but I'm just saying in general. Like if you're a part of that scenario, like out of all the people in the world, you're gonna choose this one person. Like, girls, there's so many people in the world. Like
too many.
So many. Like, why are you gonna hook up or be with someone that I was once with, or vice versa? Like, that's.
I just also think like it's an intention thing. Like if you've ever been put in that situation where your best friend ended up dating your guy, like there was never like any good intentions from that friend to you from the beginning. There was clearly like the girl that did that to you or guy or whatever has either low key always been jealous of you or had some sort of vendetta against you, or like it's just never been genuine. So it kind of like also falls into like trust issues with who you're surrounding yourself with, which creates toxic people essentially if you don't heal from it properly.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I just think it's like wild. Again, out of all the people in the world, you gotta choose that one person. Like, bitch.
Girl, get out of here. You're canceled.
Yeah. Cancelled. Well, what do you think is a perfect date for an LGBTQ plus person?
I mean, that was a question we got, but I'm going to speak about what a perfect date is to me, me, Santi, as a gay man, because I don't speak for the whole entire community.
Yeah.
But I think a perfect date is a guy either taking me or me taking him to a place where, not the movies, because I feel like in those situations you don't get to talk, you don't get to hang out. So I do something interactive that makes you like, you know, talk or like figure things out or whatever, not in like the serious way, just like, you know,
figure things out. We go to a therapy session. I love that.
I'm talking more date. Escape room here, like you did.
Yeah. Oh, you're taking my date idea. Okay.
I mean, it makes sense because I generally do like going to dates where guys, like, it's an interactive thing. We get to talk and like it's something that we like. From what we've spoken through on message, like they've taken notes on. So like I love drinking wine. So if they want to wine and dine me and take me out, that to me is a perfect date enough.
Lanyap?
Yeah.
I love lanyap.
I know, I love lanyap too. So it would be definitely something interactive and at the same time something that can like show off their silly side. So like maybe like things like bowling or
Dave and Buster's,
things that
ice
like
skating.
Yeah, because in the way I am is that I like to be silly and goofy all the time. So from the other person, like I would look into that as well. Yeah. So personally for me, it's something interactive, but I will say that I it could be cute, romantic, or whatever, but you do need to add a little
spice.
Yeah.
Are you fucking after the first date?
I have. I mean, I think that goes through all our minds, the first date.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't.
Well, you didn't.
Now with Johnny.
But I'm a hoe.
It's not cab, bitch. I didn't. The first time I went over Johnny's house, sorry to switch to some really quick, but the first time I went over Johnny's house, we watched a movie and we were like very like friend vibes. He was trying to like cuddle me and stuff, and I was like, no, I don't want to be cuddled, bitch. And then he tried to like, well, he didn't try to kiss me, but like nothing happened. I didn't even like kiss him on the cheek, nothing. And then the second time we hung out, it was full throttle. Yeah. Full throttle all the way. But not all the time.
Whatever. You held on for one night.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the first date. It's the second date.
It's the second one. I mean, whatever. It's
I
just that
mean-
I took him more seriously than
Yeah.
I didn't want him to see me as like, you know.
I mean, that's what dates are essentially for. It's to see if like the vibes are right and whatever. But I will say that like, and this happens when you're taking me out on a date or it's a date thing that we're about to talk, because there's a thing that when, I don't know, it's happened to me so many times that I meet another gay guy for like 0.0 seconds, because let's say we're like out in the club or whatever and they say like, oh my God, I love your outfit. And then you're talking to them and I'm with you and you're like, oh, this is my friend Santi and I'm introducing myself. And they'll kind of just like look up and down and be like, I'm not gonna fuck you. And it's like, bro, like,
What?
sis, that was never like a
Yeah.
thing. So I'm talking about like if we're already like in that term of like dating and experimenting, like of course that goes through my head, like, are we gonna fuck? Are we gonna do it? I'm not opposed to it, at least a makeout session.
Yeah.
Cause that's what you look forward to on a date. Like getting to know the person and then like intimately be like do stuff. Like you wanna know how they kiss, how they what their game is. Like it's all to it.
Yeah.
But I think if it's something that is taken seriously, like if you want to take it seriously, I don't think essentially fucking on the first date is what you should do, because that's something that it's kind of like a movie.
Yeah.
Like you watch, and then the catalyst happens. That sets the whole plot together. Like that's like, it's like an orgasm too. Like you build. And then I feel like once you have sex on the first date, most of the times like they already got what they wanted. So it's like, boom, like I don't have to do anything. I don't have to get to know you anymore.
Yeah.
I don't have to do shit.
That's what I was scared of. Like, I mean, I have had dates where I do fuck on the first night, but to me, it doesn't feel like, okay, like this is gonna like go anywhere. Yeah. But like
you're just having fun.
Yeah.
But if you like the person.
Exactly. If I like someone, like obviously the
first
you
wanna like keep it in.
Yeah, exactly. And then it'd be like, we'll see if he like keeps tabs on me like throughout the week after this first date. Yeah. You know.
I will say, if you're a dancer, that does add points to me. Because I've always said that if they don't know how to dance, how the fuck are they gonna fuck you in bed? Like how the fuck are they gonna move in bed? If you don't know how to dance, doing this is easy, but doing the spice is different.
That's true. That's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to get into our pop quiz?
Yes.
Well, then there you have it, our embarrassing hookups and the perfect date for LGBTQ+, which is very similar to what my perfect date would be.
Well, yeah. Well, it's my, to rephrase the question, it's my Santi ideal perfect date, something interactive.
Yeah. So, yeah. Let's get into pop quiz for cultural moments.
Yes. This is my major. This is what I study, eat, live, breathe.
Yeah. Santi has these questions at the top of his head. Yeah. I literally had to screenshot it from a fucking website because I literally don't know.
I like when she was like, do you have your questions? I'm like, bitch, I have a whole list.
Yeah. In his head, girl. Who is the most photographed person in the world in 2022?
There's a lot of people that come to my mind.
Ooh. First one, go.
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh. Okay. Oh my God, what is it? This is funny.
Okay.
This is like Leah Michelle is believed to not be able to
read.
Yes.
Yeah. Girl.
Yeah, easy.
Girl, and humble yourself, girl. Not you, Franny. Leah Michelle.
Yeah. Why? Because she can't read?
No, because apparently, like, she's like a bitch in real life. Like, she's
really?
like her character in Glee. Because I watched the Glee documentary recently. Like, they all casted the cast, and like they made their characters very similar to who they were in person.
Ooh,
to have that
bitch.
And like they show her audition tape and she does have that Rachel Berry thing in real life. And like I can't even, like, the things that people say about her, like, I believe it.
Ooh.
Girl, humble yourself.
Ooh. Okay. Which Jersey Shore star served 8 months in prison for tax evasion?
The Situation.
Yeah.
Mike. The
Don't Worry Darling drama had the internet in a frenzy. But which cast member went viral for spitting on each other?
Chris Evans?
No.
No, not Chris Evans. Chris Pine.
Two. And who else?
And who was sitting next to him? It wasn't Florence Pugh.
Who has been banned from the Oscars for 10 years?
Will Smith.
Mm-hmm. I want to see if you know this one
Okay.
because I didn't. Well, I'm sure you do. What was Lady Gaga's? Wait. What was Lady Gaga making a statement about when she wore a dress made of meat to the 2010 MTV Video Music Awards?
Well, she was showing appreciation for the Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which is basically when you were in the military back in the day, you weren't allowed to say you were gay. So she basically wore the meat dress to represent that pretty soon with this bill passing that you can't say that we're going to have as much right as the meat on our bones.
Wow. That was so good. It just says the U.S. military don't ask, don't tell policy, but you
Well,
went in.
I am a little...
I love that. Okay, that's it. That's all I have.
Alrighty, Franny.
Thank you for coming.
Franny,
Oh my God, I'm so scared. I'm so bad at these.
please name all of the students in the first 2 seasons of Dance Moms.
Oh my God, no. Kendall?
No.
Oh, my
Oh, no,
God.
she was in season 2, actually, yeah.
She was in season 2. She
Yeah.
wasn't in season 1.
No.
Damn. Maddie?
Uh,
Damn. I don't think her sister was in it
Yeah.
yet. Or was she? Mackenzie?
yes.
Nia?
Yes.
How many is it?
You're missing 2, well, technically 3 more.
Oh my God,
But 2 more.
there's just a Paige.
Paige. Think a city in New York for the next name.
Brooklyn?
Close, Brooke.
Brooke.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's Vivian, which is Kathy's
Yeah,
daughter, but she was
the big girl, right? That she was like older.
No, she was the youngest. That she was Kathy, the rivals,
The candy apples.
the Candy Apple's daughter. That she was like with Abby for like the first 3 episodes, and she's like, bye.
I kind of don't remember. I remember there was one girl that she was like older and she was like very tall. I don't know her name though.
Kalani.
I think so.
Well,
Okay.
yes, you did good though.
Kinda
You did-
good.
Yeah, you did good. Oh hey, Franny. Kanye West interrupted Taylor Swift's VMA speech because he wanted Beyonce to win Video of the Year. What
Mhm.
exactly did he tell Taylor when he got up on that stage? What are the iconic words?
Oh fuck! I'm like blanking out. I know them though. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God. Why am I blanking out? This is such an iconic moment. It's like something. Oh my God.
Johnny, do you know it? Oh my God! How do you
He's
guys
mad
not
at
know?
me.
You know it, but I'm just not gonna say it.
I feel I know it, but I don't know it. Like I know it, but I don't. It's saying something that like she doesn't deserve it, but I don't know
No.
what it is. Fuck.
Can I say it?
Yeah, say it.
Now, Taylor, I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh, there you
But
go.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Period. Damn, I fucked up.
You did.
It's okay.
You really did.
Do you have more?
Yes.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Which Britney Spears song rocketed her career?
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Is it Hit Me Baby One More Time?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, bitch, if I don't get this. Girl.
Name 2 Real Housewives. It could be from any.
Teresa Caputo.
Okay. Yes. We love her.
Fuck. And oh my God, I know like the last names. I don't know the first names.
Just say the last names then.
Oh, Teresa Jill.
Yes.
Jill.
Yes.
Wow. Slade. Did I do good? You have one more.
I
Let's do
feel
one
like I
more.
have one more.
Let's do one more and then we'll do.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I know. I think I am lactose intolerant.
In the year that Beyonce and Adele were both nominated for Album of the Year,
Mm-hmm.
who won that Grammy?
Adele.
Yes.
Yeah,
And what did-
because that was crazy.
Yeah. And then
Mhm.
what did she do in her speech?
She thanked Beyonce. And
Yes.
she was like, I can't believe, bitch,
Yeah.
that I'm here. Beyonce deserved it all.
Yes. Rightfully
Yeah.
so. We love Lemonade. But I also
Yeah.
love Adele.
Yeah, but Lemonade, like, I understand why it wasn't, like, up to par with
I mean,
Adele.
Yeah. I mean, Adele,
Yeah,
it's Adele.
it's Adele.
Like, girl.
It's Adele.
Yeah. And she a skinny laptop now.
Yeah, she is. So that was it for this episode. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, basically everywhere you can find podcasts. And make sure to leave some reviews, some stars. That's really going to help us shine in the charts so we can get known and be iconic and not so much irrelevant. Make sure to follow us on TikTok on Iconic and Irrelevant. Same thing with Instagram. So check us out.
Yes, and please submit any questions or things that you guys want us to talk about, because we do see those and we do like new questions
Yes.
to give you our opinion about it.
Period. And that was it. We hope you guys enjoyed.
Mwah.
Bye. I have to fart. I literally
Go
throwing up.
outside.